You wanted to make sure we did this one this time, so I'm putting it up in front of the deck
here. Yeah, man, cryogenics.
Right? So this one comes from ZME Science. Scientists force mice into hibernation-like state, open doors for suspended animation in humans.
You know what's funny about that sentence?
What's funny about that sentence?
Scientists force mice into hibernation-like state, right?
Yeah.
All I see is a scientist coming by and just blam.
It's like smacking it with a fucking big old Looney Tunes
hibernation-like state. It's not hibernation, but we can make them go to sleep. We can force them into sleep.
I've seen this Tom and Jerry episode.
Yeah, the scientists force mice into hibernation-like sleep. It's like, wait a minute, what? No, they're sleeping.
But the research suggests
yes,
that someday it may be possible to induce a suspended animation state in humans.
Oh, look, and there's an alien. That's what was in my head anyway.
That was great.
So was Sigourney Weaver.
That was one of the best movies ever.
Yeah,
ever made.
It's my favorite movie.
Alien, the first one.
Yeah,
it's good shit. Gave me nightmares as a child for a long fucking time. Suspended animation sounds like science fiction, but there are quite a few non-human animals that have the ability to enter in this low metabolic state, including mice. 2 studies have independently shown that the activation of certain neurons can induce a hibernation-like state in mice, hinting that the same might also be possible someday for humans. Hinting. Psst. Look over here.
Look at these neurons.
Hey, I got some neurons.
If you hit these neurons with a hammer.
I got the mots. The implications would be far-reaching, with applications ranging from clinical medicine to interstellar space travel. Thus, the picture.
Yeah, I bet that's up there.
It is now. Yeah. The problem is when you put your hands up there, you can't see your hands.
That's all right.
Like when I'm going to put my hand up, like it's going to disappear at some point here, and now look, it's back. It goes behind the screen. No matter how far forward I put it, it goes behind the screen. Anyway.
We're in TV land.
Well, hello in TV land.
We're in TV land. We're in the spirit world.
The ultimate slumber, Mr. Smith. Hibernation is essentially a resting state of deep sleep, during which the body's metabolic rate and temperature drop considerably. For instance, during hibernation, the gopher's body temperature will drop from its normal 37 degrees Celsius to almost 0 degrees Celsius. The heartbeat also becomes slow and irregular alongside a slowing breathing rate. Since the body's metabolic functions slow to a crawl, the hibernating animal can survive for extended periods of time, sometimes months, without having to ingest food. This is why hibernating animals like bears and squirrels consume copious amounts of calories in the months leading to the hibernation season. I do that every day. Anyway, however, true hibernation is actually very rare, occurring only in a few mammals and one bird species. What bird species hibernates? The porwheel. Look, it is like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Phalanoptilus anyway. Instead, most mammals that enter a hibernation-like state are actually in a torpor state. T-O-R-P-O-R, torpor state. Anyway, torpor is a lighter version of hibernation, while it also involves lowering body temperature, breathing rate, heart rate, and metabolic rate. It is activated involuntarily when an animal senses certain environmental conditions. In contrast, truly hibernating animals can do so rather voluntarily, without having to be prompted by temperature or other external stimuli. And unlike hibernation, torpor lasts for short periods of time, sometimes just through the day or night, depending on the animal's feeding patterns. Okay, but where do we get to the part where we start fucking freezing humans, Mr. Smith?
Well,
I'm losing patience with this.
Probably got something to do with the neurons.
Would you think?
Right down that to right.
Okay, here's the study.
Past the 48 hours.
Yeah.
They go one down paragraph more. One more past that one. One.
The mice stayed in the
These experiments allowed.
Yeah, they were going to tell me what we don't care. These experiments allowed the scientists to map the circuits and neurons involved in the process. The same technique could be used in the future to induce torpor-like states in other animals, perhaps even humans.
There you go. That's the.
Wait, that's what I want to find out. What the fuck did they do? In the first study, which was published in the journal Nature, the Japanese researchers genetically engineered mice so they could activate a set of neurons in the hypothalamus, known as Q neurons, by shining light at them. When these neurons were activated, the rodent's body temperature fell 10 degrees Celsius or more, and their pulse dropped considerably, as well as their metabolic rate and breathing rate. Okay, so they've had to genetically change something in the mice first. And then, so they made a hibernatable, I guess, what is that a word? Hibernating. A mouse is capable of hibernation because they fucking altered its DNA.
Well, maybe. They didn't say why they did it, but it does sound that way.
The mice stayed in the torpor state for more than 48 hours. Once they returned to their normal waking state, the rodents behaved normally with no visible signs of physical harm. The researchers in Japan repeated the experiment in rats with similar results.
They didn't say they were genetic rats.
Well, that's what they said up here. They said that they genetically modified the mice, so I would imagine it would be the same on the rats, right?
I don't know.
All right, so they go in and they fucking tweak these mice.
Hit
so that
neurons with light.
And to genetically modify them, hit some neurons with light, and the mice go sleepy, go night night.
Okay, so maybe we could.
That was fucking underwhelming.
I don't know. Maybe if we breed some of those Q neurons within ourselves with things like CRISPR, then we could activate by taking an injection with CRISPR a hibernation state.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, because if they genetically altered the mice, that's what CRISPR would be for. And if basically...
Exactly, yeah.
So you just put those receptors in, the Q neurons, and
right.
then maybe you could activate them and go into a hibernated sleep. I don't know.
And that'd be great if you had some sort of like terminal disease or something like that, and there was a way they could just put you on ice until they figure out a cure for it.
Yeah, and they have people that are frozen today. They've frozen them in the best methods that they have, and they're hoping that technology will find a way to thaw them out.
Thaw them out without fucking killing them in the process?
Yeah, because the main thing is that normally when you freeze, the liquid in you expands and it breaks the cells. Like it makes your cells turn into mush, essentially.
Yeah, the ice... the water and stuff. Yeah, it's not good.
so what we've done with people today is we've taken all of that out, the blood and the plasma and that sort of thing, and we've pumped in another solution.
Oh yeah,
that's less likely to freeze.
Oh, you mean to put them into hibernation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hoping that there's a way that they'll be able to revive them later.
Who knows though, man? Nanobots and all that crazy shit. Fucking Elon Musk will do something and boom. He'll create the fucking Musk Oven 9000 and then sell it on eBay, and it also is a flamethrower or some shit.
And can get internet.
And you get free high speed internet.
Free internet with every purchase.